All right, if you've ever been behind the counter of a coffee shop during the morning rush, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Pure caffeinated chaos. Today, we're going to look at a system designed to bring some much-needed calm to that storm. It's called Butter POS.
You know this scene, right? The line is snaking out the door, the espresso machine is basically screaming for help, and every single second feels crucial. It is such a high-pressure situation, and one tiny mistake can throw the whole rhythm of the morning completely off. And this is so true. You can have the best, most ethically sourced beans on the planet. But if your checkout is a slow, frustrating mess, that's what customers will remember, not the amazing latte. Your shop doesn't just need great coffee, it needs speed and precision to survive.
So, what's the fix? Well, it often starts with your point of sale system. Let's take a look at Butter POS, a system that was built from the ground up specifically for that unique brand of coffee shop chaos. Think of it less like a piece of software and more like your most efficient, silent barista. It's not bloated with a ton of complicated features you'll never touch. Instead, it's laser focused on what actually matters when that line hits the door: speed, reliability, and being able to adapt on the fly. That all sounds good in theory, but how does it really hold up when the pressure is on? Let's break down the key features and see how they actually work during that daily grind.
First up, the most important thing: speed. We all know the checkout counter is the #1 bottleneck in any coffee shop. A slow, clunky system with confusing screens is an absolute momentum killer.
So picture this. It's 8:30 a.m., peak time. Your barista takes a complicated order, taps a few buttons, takes the payment, and they're on to the next person. The whole thing takes less than 10 seconds. That is how you keep a line moving and turn anxious customers into happy ones. Now, speed isn't just about the transaction itself. It's also about how quickly you can adapt your menu. You come up with an amazing idea for a seasonal drink, but then you remember what a total nightmare it is to add anything new to your current system. It's a real buzzkill. Well, instead of wasting an afternoon on the phone with tech support, imagine just logging into a simple dashboard, typing in your new drink, setting the price, and boom, it's live, instantly. Your team can start selling it right away with zero confusion. Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest sources of mistakes: communication. The whole shouting orders over the sound of the grinder and the steamer thing, it's basically a recipe for disaster. This is where a kitchen display system, or KDS, is an absolute game changer. I mean, think about the orders people make today. It's never simple. With a KDS, that cappuccino with almond milk and the other cappuccino with oat milk show up clearly on a screen for your barista. No guesswork, no shouting. That means fewer mistakes, less wasted product, and much, much happier customers. We all know that regulars are the lifeblood of a coffee shop. But managing a separate loyalty program can feel like a whole other job, right? Juggling another app, another password, it's a pain. When it's built right into your POS, it becomes effortless. So think about your best customer. Let's call her Mia. The system just quietly keeps track of her purchases in the background. She doesn't have to do a thing. Then, on her 10th visit, the POS automatically tells her, hey, this one's on us. It's a seamless little moment of delight that makes her feel valued and keeps her coming back. Okay, so we've seen the individual features. Now let's tie it all together and look at how these tools solve the actual, real-world problems that drive coffee shop owners crazy. So let's just run through this. You've got long queues. The fast processing tackles that head-on. That means less stress for your staff and more sales for you. Worried about order mistakes? The KDS pretty much eliminates them. Trying to figure out how to get people to come back? The built-in loyalty program does that for you. See? Each feature is a direct answer to a daily headache. Now, let's be real, no system is perfect for everybody. The pros here are pretty clear. It's incredibly fast, super simple to use, and has those loyalty features baked right in. But what's it not designed for? Well, if you need super detailed inventory that tracks every single coffee bean, this might not be it. And it's not built for a massive 100-location chain. It's purpose-built to make independent shops fast and efficient. Of course, none of this matters if you can't afford it. So let's quickly touch on the pricing because it's refreshingly straightforward. Okay, this is where it gets really simple. For new users, there's no monthly software fee to get started. You just pay the standard credit card processing fees that you'd be paying with any system. There are no sneaky setup costs or hidden charges. It's all very transparent, which makes it a pretty low-risk way to get up and running. All right, let's bring it all home. What's the bottom line here? It's really about changing the entire feel of your morning rush, from controlled chaos to, well, smooth sailing. And that's the key idea. The right tool shouldn't feel like another task on your to-do list. It should just hum along quietly in the background, taking the pressure off you and your team so you can focus on what you actually love, making great coffee and connecting with your customers. So, at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what are my biggest headaches? If your answer is long lines, order mix-ups, and struggling to keep your regulars coming back, then a system like this is designed to be that quiet, reliable partner that just makes those problems disappear. So the final question really is for you and your business. Are you ready to trade that daily chaos for a quiet partner in success? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for watching.